familiar question which is getting raised time and time again when it comes to digital transformation is how long does it actually take to go through a digital transformation process within your own business environment? Well, in today's video we're going to be addressing this question so that by the end of the video you will have a clearer indication of how long to estimate for your own business transformation or digital transformation, so that you know and you are confident that you're ticking all the boxes to ensure that you are successful in your approach. And before we do take a look at this, I want to remind you that ProfileTree are a web design, digital marketing, SEO and video agency, and we are also offering guidance and support in around digital transformation. So if you do seek any support and guidance in around any of these areas, don't be afraid to contact ProfileTree today, where you can find the business email on screen now. Or if you do have any questions in around digital transformation, make sure and contact myself, which you can also find my personal email on screen now as well. Now let's take a closer look at how long you should spend on your digital transformation journey. The time you can expect the journey of your digital transformation to last is very dependable on the size of your business and the type of transformation you are carrying out. For example, for ProfileTree, who are an SME and are currently going through a digital transformation where we have implemented a new project management software system to improve the overall efficiency and productivity of the business, and in doing so we have allocated a total of 2 years to complete this overall project. And while completing this 2-year transformation, we have been working alongside Ulster University, where various research has been carried out in around digital transformation, where this university itself have supported the business in terms of developing a digital transformation framework to guide the overall process. And this framework is known as the EASL conceptual model, which you can see on screen now, but you can also find a detailed description where I have created a video on ProfileTree's YouTube going through each stage of this model, so I would encourage you to check that out afterwards. And as you can see, within this framework, the digital transformation journey begins by analysing the external environment. We then look at the internal context of the business in terms of ProfileTree's needs and understanding who this transformation is going to affect, then moving on and looking at strategy development, adoption and implementation. And at this part of the strategy, the new project management software system has been implemented within the business. However, the digital transformation itself was not over yet, whereas the following step looked at your evaluation and control measures, where we measured our success which we had set out to achieve at the beginning, before moving on to the final step, which was learning and feedback. As you can see from this process, there are a number of steps which you really need to be considerate of, but also need to take the time to conduct properly. For an SME like ProfileTree, as I mentioned, we allocated 24 months to complete the whole transformation, and this gave us enough time to make sure that each step was carried out effectively. And this length of time ensured that we were effectively carrying out the process and were ensuring that although technology was leading the overall change, we were also spending the correct time and resources on dealing with how this would affect any of our employees within the business, as well as our business processes. Let's take a look at how you might break down each step in terms of how long you could spend on each of the areas of the strategy. So for the external analysis, you'll be carrying out a macro environment analysis, looking at a PESTEL analysis and seeing how the factors which exist outside of your business could effectively impact your future decisions and plans. So for this stage, we have allocated 1 month to complete this. And for the next stage will be the analysis of your internal context. And because it might take a while to really identify your needs and gain an understanding of the frustrations and problems which currently exist within your business, where you may have to carry out various team meetings across each department and maybe conduct some feedback analysis and surveys to really get a good indication on how the new technology software system is going to solve any issues and problems. So for this step, we have allocated a total of 5 months to complete this. The next step of the EASL conceptual model considers your strategy, which as you can see we have broken down into strategy adoption, development and implementation. For the first 2 steps, looking at strategy in terms of the adoption and development, we have allocated both 3 months to complete this. And you could say that both these stages are equally as important as each other, as it's really important that you're setting out the correct goals and objectives and aligning your focus towards what you're trying to achieve, but you're also getting a good indication in around your employees or the people that's going to be involved with the overall project, so that you can understand how you're going to gain leverage over these individuals and make sure that they're adapting to the new ways of working. And then the next stage within strategy is going to be strategy implementation, where we have allocated a total of 6 months to complete this, where within this step you will be implementing the new technology software system to radically improve your performance or deliver value to your customers. So it's really important that you do this right, and you have the correct communication, collaboration and involvement within this stage, and you're ensuring that each and every employee or customer that are going to be using this new system has adequate training and support and full understanding of how to use it appropriately. So you could probably say the strategy is the most important part to any plan, as this is going to guide the overall process in achieving your desired outcomes. And as you can see with ProfileTree, we have allocated a total of 12 months to complete this, which we felt was enough time to really carry out this process effectively and ensure that we were achieving our desired results. Within the next stage, in terms of valuation control, you can see that we have allocated a total of 5 months to complete this, where you will want to measure your success and really ensure that what you had set out to achieve at the very beginning of your project has essentially been achieved. And then for the final step is your learning and feedback. So there will be learning and feedback throughout your whole digital transformation, but you want to make sure that you're picking up any last responses and issues and solving any problems that might arise towards the end of your project, where we have allocated a total of 1 month to complete this step. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the time that you should allocate to a digital or business transformation is very much dependable on the size of your organisation. So having a wee look at some suggestions, if you're currently working within a business that has less than 10 employees, which are going to be affected by the overall change process that you're implementing, then you may only need to spend in around 6 to 12 months on the overall change process in terms of the technology that you're implementing, to make sure that you're covering all the key aspects of digital transformation, such as your people, your processes and then your technology. If you're working in an organisation with over 500 employees, which are going to be affected by the change in itself, you may need to allocate as much as up to 3 years to complete this, to make sure that you're not only implementing new technology, but you're also making sure that it's embedded within the company culture for the duration of the business life. And then like so, if you're working in a large organisation with over 1,000 employees, which are going to be affected by the change and the new technology in which you're implementing, you could take as much as anywhere in between the 3 to 5 years to complete this. And taking this time to ensure that you're carrying out the process effectively will also ensure that you do not fall within the 70% or more digital transformation initiatives which are currently failing today. So taking the time to effectively carry each step out will ensure that you are successful and you're reaching your desired outcomes. And before we finish, I want to remind you that ProfileTree are a web design, digital marketing, SEO and video agency, and we're also offering support and guidance in around any digital transformation that you may implement within your business in the future. So if you do need any guidance and support in around implementing new technology software systems within your own organisation, make sure and contact us today. You can find both the business email and my email on screen now, and I will look forward to hearing from you. That is the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching and have a brilliant day.